Contenders. I'm your host, Baegun Young. We just have 2 months left of the year 2002, and won't you agree? Time flies. Well, this is our 32nd show today, and today we're looking forward to another round of heated competition on our stage. Let's welcome today's contenders. Welcome to our stage. We have the D-Day team, Lee Sang-yoon and Lee Roo-soo. How did you come up with your name?
As you know, it's a D-Day. It's a day Allies landed on Normandy in France. And that battle is the change the direction of the Second World War. Since we met as a soldier in the army, we see this game as always better. And our knowledge is our ammunition, and our buzzer will be our gun. And whereas we are here to win, not to lose.
Oh, wow, great. Ammunition. Knowledge is our ammunition through life, don't you think? Not just this quiz. And you actually have support for this battle today. Your little sister is here, I hear.
Right, yeah, my younger sister.
And there we see her on the screen, very attractive. And thank you very much for joining us, and good luck to you today. We have some awesome opponents here. We have Lee Ju-han and Kim Chang-min, church-going friends who are here together. I hear that you have a very interesting reason why you wanted to join us on the Contenders, more than liking quiz.
I really want to make a good experience, something that I remember for the rest of my life.
Well, thank you for including us in your very important experience. Good luck to you as well. And now let's begin the quiz. In this first section, I'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions worth 10 points each. I'll give you 5 seconds to answer per question. You can call out chance if you're not sure, and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and give you a better chance at getting the question right. If you get all 10 correct, we will give you 50 bonus points. Let's hope we can do that today. And D-Day, if you're ready, you can choose among question sets Q, U, I, and Z.
Q.
Okay, we'll go with Q, number 1. Of the following, what is the international dialing code for Korea? 181 282 333 41.
282.
Question 2. Of the following, who is not a boxer? 1. Oscar de la Hoya. 2. Muhammad Ali. 3. Sammy Sosa. 4. Lennox Lewis.
3. It's 3, Sammy Sosa.
And we go to question number 3. In the movie The Graduate, which character seduced Dustin Hoffman? 1. Ms. Eliza Doolittle. 2. Mrs. Bancroft. 3. Mrs. Robinson. 4. Mrs. Wilson.
It's 3, Mrs. Robinson.
And of course, there's also a Simon and Garfunkel song that goes along with Mrs. Robinson as well. Have you heard it?
Yes, I heard that.
Do you like the song?
Yes, right.
More or less than the movie?
I like movie more.
Okay, we go to question 4. Surgical procedures on the nose area are also known as what? 1. Lipectomy. 2. Rhinoplasty. 3. Splenectomy. 4. Appendectomy. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
Chance.
Okay, we'll take 2 of the incorrect choices away. And please make your final selection, D-Day.
2. 2. Rhinoplasty.
Rhinoplasty is correct. And we go to question 5. In the Bible, how many animals of each species were allowed into Noah's Ark? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6.
Right. It's 2, 2.
A pair, a male and a female of each animal species was allowed on to Noah's Ark. And we go to question 6. Of the following, who is not a writer of the Renaissance period? 1. Pierre de Ronsard. 2. Thomas More. 3. Voltaire. for Miguel de Cervantes? D-Day? Final selection, please.
For Miguel de Cervantes. It's 4.
Actually, we're looking for Voltaire. Voltaire is the exception. You end the section with 50 points. And awesome team, please choose among question sets U, I, and Z.
I, please.
I, question number 1. What fruit do you usually use to make marmalade? 1 oranges, 2 apricots, 3 mangoes, 4 apples. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
3. Mangoes.
Actually, you should have used chance. Marmalade is made of oranges. Well, you know, being under the lights kind of makes you nervous. It's a rough start, but we have a lot of the quiz ahead of you, so you can make up the points later, okay? So D-Day ends the section ahead at 50 points. Now, in the second section, we actually give you a list of 20 words in a pre-chosen category, and you get to guess. You get to make your partner guess what word it is you're trying to make them know, without using the word or phrase that is on the board. Now, D-Day, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And D-Day, your pre-chosen category is religion, and I understand that you're agnostic. So what made you pick this category?
He's also a very religious person. He's Christian, and I'm kind of agnostic. But while I traveled this around the world, a few countries, but I met people from a lot of countries. They have a different background, different religion, and that's just another reason I became interested in their religion.
To get to know people better?
Yeah.
Well, did you study for this section, or did you actually
not a lot, but I was always interested in that region, so I'm pretty just comfortable.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Go.
You're doing so in the church?
It's prayer.
And the person is doing the religious duties in the temple?
Temple. Monk.
Yeah. Pass.
It's cross.
And people doing the religious duties in the church?
Priest.
And the most popular religion is India?
India.
Yeah, India. H.
Hindu.
Make it noun. Pass. And this person, you believe in this person in
Jesus Christ.
No, you believe this person in Buddhism.
Oh, it's Buddhist. Buddha. No.
Pass.
Hurry up.
The Bible is the Jewish religion. Bible.
Judaism.
No, it's a collection of Jewish writings. T.
Or Testament. The past.
He's the first person, a priest, to introduce Catholic into our country.
Our
K.
country. Calvin? No.
No, this is Korean.
No.
Pass.
This is actually a pretty tough category to tackle, as you can see. Actually, you ended up not talking about the move with Muhammad, which was the Hejira that we were looking for. And Kim Dae-gun is the Korean Catholic that we were looking for. And you didn't get Jewish writing collection, which was the Talmud. And then we couldn't give you the points for Buddhism because you actually, for Buddha, because you mentioned Buddhism and you mentioned the word. But well, you end the section with 90 points. We still have a whole section ahead to decide who will go into the finals. So you end the section with 90 points. Now, awesome team, let's see if you can do your awesome stuff. Okay, and you actually picked a very strange category, to my thinking, animal products. Why did you pick that?
Animal products. We think it's very common in our lives.
Animal products are?
Yes, animal products. Yeah.
Yes, we use a lot of it, I guess. Okay, so you know a lot beforehand, before studying?
I think.
Okay, did you study at all?
During eating.
Okay, all right. Are you ready?
Okay.
Ready, go.
White water.
Milk.
You can use bag from animal skin.
Leather.
Yes. You can make necklace from sea. Little one, white little one.
Pass.
Okay. It's very expensive thing. Food from shark.
Shark fin.
The
caviar.
egg. Okay. You can use this one. Winter jacket.
Feather. Fur.
No.
Fox.
No. Inside.
Goose.
Dog. From dog. Up and up. No.
Pass.
Okay. Pass. It's very expensive. Women like this one. Winter.
Fur. Feather. Mink.
Mink.
Coat.
Okay.
Coat.
Pass. It's very smooth. From China, made in China.
Silk.
Okay. It's a movie name. Chicken. Oh, pass. Soap.
Again, this is a category about common products, but very hard to explain or get somebody to guess about. The thing, well, we couldn't give you chicken, the chicken run, because you mentioned chicken, and you passed on one thing that you described was the down in coats from the duck, right? And the little white things from pearls, yes. I think you couldn't think of the word while you were under pressure. Anyway, you did a good job. You have 50 points, but D-Day ends this section ahead at 90 points. Now we're at the part where Kim Jin-sung comes out to help me with the questions. Thank you for joining us. You look very formal today.
I should talk to my my coordinator for that.
That's
my
right.
stylist for that.
Okay.
I'll dress up in a mink coat next time.
It'll be pretty hot under these lights, though. Maybe you have to think about it
probably.
again. Okay. Now, this is the section where we decide who gets to go on to the finals. And will you give us the rules?
Yeah, before I'd like to say something about the rules.
Oh, okay.
It's a very low-scoring game, but very interesting and very funny, actually. I'd like to say you guys made it very, very entertaining. I think that's the object of the game, is to have fun, right? So I hope you guys are all having fun. This next round is a round of 50 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points. So that's 450 points, right? So it can go either way. The first team that buzzes in can answer. And if you get the answer wrong or cannot answer the question will go over to the other team. You have 5 seconds to answer. And when both teams cannot answer the question, we will give you a spelling hint.
And remember, all of you are armed with a buzzer. So please wait to buzz in. After I call your team name, you give me the answer. Okay? And if we're all ready, please give us question number 1.
Okay, question number 1 is space. According to a recent BBC report, the first private blank landing has finally been given the green light by the US government. The blank is the Earth's only natural satellite. What is this?
The Earth's only natural satellite. Awesome.
Awesome. Moon.
Very good. Actually, you've no need to call out your team name. I can see you buzz with the lights, so I'll just call you. Okay. It's good to see you on the board, though. You've caught up. You're only 10 points behind the D-Day team. D-Day, we'd like to see you turn the tide your way. We'll see if you can do that. And let's have question number 2.
Okay, question number 2 is about sports. Recently, this person became the fastest man on Earth. On September 15th, he set a world record in the 100 meters at the IAAF Grand Prix final. He clocked 9.78 seconds and dethroned Maurice Green as the king of sprint. Who is he?
Why don't we give you a spelling hint? D-Day?
Team Montepallo.
Awesome, 5 seconds. Awesome.
Montgomery.
Very good. Did you know this guy and you couldn't remember his
I
name,
just
or did you? Oh, it was a good guess, though. Good. Montgomery fits into the squares. And we go on to question number 3.
Okay, question number 3 is about insect. Recently, there are many events exhibiting this insect as a form of environmental experience programs. This insect was once on the brink of extinction due to river contamination, but recently seems to be reviving. This insect is a nocturnal beetle that produces light. What is this?
Think about this. This is a beetle that produces light. Kids go and try to catch this. Let's give us a spelling hint, please. D-Day?
Firefly.
D-Day, you've turned the tables again. You're in the lead by 10 points. We'll see what happens with this next question.
Number 4, medicine. According to the Korean Bureau of Statistics, the first of the leading causes of death among Koreans is this disease. This illness...
D-Day?
Cancer.
Yes, and it's any of 100 diseases characterized by excessive, uncontrolled growth of abnormal cells, which invade and destroy other tissues. Very scary. And D-Day, you're increasing your lead. Awesome. We'd like to see you back on the board, back in the game. And let's have the next question.
Okay, question number 5 is about society. This is often mentioned when talking about the disposition of government officials or social leaders. This word is from French, and it is the idea that people born into the nobility...
Awesome.
Noblesse oblige.
That's right. Noblesse oblige is what the upper classes are supposed to have. And we go on to question number 6.
Okay, question number 6 is about science. Recently, a research team of a Korean university succeeded in moving this only using the brainwaves of a rat. The development of this technology could enable the movement of this purely through thought. This may be propelled by turning the large wheels, by somebody pushing from behind, or by a small motor. What is this?
Think back on the newspaper articles you've read. It's been in the news. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? They connected this to a rat. Awesome.
Wheelchair.
And of course, the thought of the rat to move actually moved the motor, and so this just is great experimentation to show the future of science for people who can't move.
Was the rat sitting on the wheelchair when they made this experiment?
Actually, I don't know. I didn't read about that.
Yeah, a rat sitting on a wheelchair, it's sitting there and just moving.
You know, I highly doubt it.
Yeah,
right?
me too.
Okay, awesome. You're now ahead, 170 versus D-Day's 150. We'll see what happens with this next question. Let's have the next question. Question number 7.
Okay, question number 7 is about food. This has been used in food since the 1960s. It is a popular sweetener for diabetic diets in some countries. In the US, sugar-free chewing gums and candies made with this are very popular. What is this?
This has been in on television a lot, television ads. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? D-Day.
Xylitol.
And of course, with the ads, xylitol gum has become one of the most popular things now, as well as xylitol other products. Almost anything that can be put in your mouth has been made with this now. And we go on to question number 8. Oh, actually, let me mention that D-Day has moved ahead by 10 points versus Awesome's 170. This is very exciting. You're going back and forth. Exciting for us. We don't know for you. Maybe nerve-wracking. But let's have the next question.
Okay, question number 8, person. On September 12th, he made his final appearance as a German lawmaker, during bringing a quiet end to a 26 parliamentary career, during which he presided over the country's reunification. What is the name of this person?
D-Day.
Helmut Kohl.
D-Day, you have increased your lead. Let me remind you again, you should wait until I call your team name before you shout out your answer. We don't want to credit the other team.
Sorry.
Okay? All right. And with that, let's have the next question, please.
Okay, question number 9 is economy. Recently, the use of this along with public baths in the military are growing very popular. This is a phone service in which the receiver of the phone call pays. What is this phone service?
Usually the person who's making D-Day.
Collect call.
And of course, since they didn't have this actually when you were in the military, would you have found good use for it?
Actually, I think I used that. I can't remember actually, sorry.
Okay, we'll have question number 10, please.
Okay, question number 10 is about plant. This is an Asian plant grown for its edible triangular seeds. The white flowers are pollinated by bees and other insects. The seed produced...
D-Day?
Orchid.
Good guess, but the chance answer goes over to the Awesome team. And please finish the question.
The seed produced by this plant is cooked as a cereal, grounded into flour, or used as animal fodder. It is especially enjoyed in forms of noodles in Korea and Japan. What is this?
Awesome, 5 seconds. Awesome.
Wheel.
Okay, why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? I'll give you guys 5 seconds. Take a guess. Awesome.
Bagwheat.
D-Day, 5 seconds. I'm sure you were familiar with the Korean, but we were looking for buckwheat. Buckwheat. 메밀꽃, right? And we go on to question number 11, please.
Quick, question number 11 is about philosopher. This Greek excelled as a soldier and twice won prizes at the Isthmian Games. He was given his name, it is said, because of the because of the breadth of his shoulders. This person with Aristotle was one of the most creative and influential thinkers in Western philosophy. Who is this person?
D-Day.
Platon.
Very good. You've increased your lead. Awesome. We'd like to see you back in the game. And we go on to question 12, please.
Okay, question number 12 is about a device. According to the Chinese legend, this device was invented by the wife of a Chinese carpenter named Lu Pan. It was introduced into England for personal use. It is held above the head to shield a person from rain, snow, or sunlight. What is this?
Awesome.
Umbrella.
And Awesome, you're on your way. 200 versus D-Day's 270. And we go to question 13, please.
Okay, question number 13 is about a city. This year, due to bad economy, people are consuming less. But the casino industry of this city is reportedly having a great increase in income.
Awesome.
정선.
Good guess, but D-Day, it's your chance to answer and we'll finish the question.
It is a former Portuguese territory in southern China on the South China Sea, west of Hong Kong, now...
D-Day.
Macau.
Awesome Awesome, we were looking for an international site. Southeast Asian, actually. And with that, let's have the next question, please.
Okay, question number 14 is about term. This term is from Sanskrit meaning action. In Indian philosophy, it refers to the influence of an individual's past actions on its future lives or reincarnations. Buddhism and Jainism incorporated doctrines of this as a part of their common Indian legacy. What is this?
D-Day.
Karma.
And we're on to our last question. Question number 15, please.
Okay, it's about a company. Recently, this company ranked number 1 among superior companies as selected by the Japanese Nikkei newspaper. This is the world's second leading company of video games, and they were most successful.
Awesome.
Nintendo.
That's right, and this is the leading manufacturer of home video games and portable video games, and it is Nintendo. Awesome, you end this game on a strong note, but D-Day, you win the day, and you go on to the finals. Congratulations. Awesome, well, you still got to make your great memory. Do you want to actually add to that great memory by saying something to the people who are supporting you back home?
We lose, but we are awesome still.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us, and, well, keep watching the Contenders. And D-Day team, you actually get to go on to the finals and face the SS team. They're a pretty tough team to beat, actually. Do you have any special tactics to go against them, since you see this game as a battle anyway?
Actually, yeah, we don't have any special tactics, but answer correctly for the questions we understand, and maybe hoping some luck for the questions we don't really know.
Okay, well, we wish you good luck, and we'll see you right after this. And now let us welcome the Soul Searchers. Welcome back onto our stage, SS team, Neil Zerrudo and Joanne Mamangun. You guys are, of course, working in Korea from the Philippines, and this is your attempt at win number 2. Since this is a globally televised show, what did your friends or family say back in Philippines when they saw you win?
Well, they were really excited, and actually, thank God we won, because it would have been embarrassing if we lost. We asked everybody to watch.
Well, did anybody say anything about the future?
Well, my mom said to answer more questions, which is, my mom always says that. But other than that, she just said good luck and always have fun.
Okay, well, would you like to say hello?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
And D-Day, well, you're up against pretty tough opponents. Well, what are you going to do?
Actually, so we saw the game, so it's already been intimidated. But it's not finished there. We never know this end, so we'll do our best. All
right. Well, we wish you guys, all of you, good luck. Good luck. And now let us begin the finals round. Now, in this section, we'll be giving you 5 categories of 5 questions each, 10 to 50 points each. And will you give us the categories today?
All right, this week's categories are Women in Science, Parting Shots, Going Places from A to E, and Fashion.
Some fascinating categories today. And I will actually pick the first question. I'll go with A to E, 10 points. For starters, which word is derived from the first 2 letters of the Greek from alpha and beta? SS.
Alphabet.
Very good, SS. You're already on the board, and you get to choose.
Let's have fashion for 10 points.
Fashion for 10 points.
Hello, we are the designers of Andy and Deb.
I'm Andy.
I'm Debbie.
It's great to meet you guys through the Contenders.
If you took a look at the development of fashion, you would know that is closely connected with the history of humankind. This is because fashion is related to the technology and civilization of the times.
Well, then let's take a look at some of the questions in the fashion category. Okay, this is an easy warm-up question. Officially invented by engineer Louis Reard in Paris in 1946. This revolutionary fashion design was named after the Pacific atolls where the first H-bomb was tested.
SS.
Bikini.
Yeah. And of course, the bikini took 15 years to become popular in America, and Americans would later describe it as a two-piece bathing suit that reveals everything about a girl except her mother's maiden name. And of course, this revealing swimwear is the bikini. And actually, do you wear the bikini?
No.
I am in favor of one-piece suits myself.
Yes.
And SS, you get to choose again.
Let's have fashion again for 20.
Okay, fashion again for 20 points.
Designed to replace silk, it took 16 years to create this synthetic fiber, which is produced as a result of long-chain carbon polymerization. On May 15, 1940, crowds waited patiently to purchase the first batch of stockings made out of this new material across the United States.
It's
D-Day.
nylon. It's nylon.
And did you know that when the nylon stockings came out, all 4 million pairs were sold out in 4 days? Women were just waiting in lines to buy this. And of course, we still like this synthetically made nylon in our stockings. Of course, it's very hot too, isn't it? And, well, D-Day, you get to choose.
Women in science, 10 points, please.
Okay, women in science for 10 points. In 1850, Joel Houghton patented a wooden machine with a hand-turned wheel that splashed water on dishes. It was the first patent. In 1886, Josephine Cochrane proclaimed in disgust, quote, "If nobody else is going to invent a blank machine, I'll do it myself," end quote, and she did. Cochrane invented the first practical this. What is this machine? SS.
Dishwasher.
And thank goodness that she did. And SS, you've moved ahead again, 30 versus D-Day's 20 points. Now, what will you have next?
Let's have women in science for 20 points.
Women in science for 20 points. As the first person ever to win 2 Nobel Prizes, Marie Curie, SS.
Physics.
You answered too quickly. D-Day, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. Marie Curie is famous for her work that not only influenced the development of fundamental science, but also ushered in a new era in medical research and treatment. She became the first female professor at the Sorbonne in Paris. D-Day.
Radium.
Yes. Of course, she assumed this position after the death of her husband, Pierre Curie, and of course, she is credited with discovering 2 radioactive elements with her husband. One of these was polonium, and the other was radium. That was what we were asking. And D-Day, you get to choose again.
Let's take this going places for 10 points.
Going places?
Yeah.
For 10 points.
For 10 points. This province is so called because French sailors who first saw the rocky promontory cried, "What a beak!" This is the largest province of Canada, and it is located in eastern Canada. It is an overwhelmingly French-speaking province and in a predominantly English-speaking country. What province are we referring to?
It's Quebec.
And of course, the French said "quel bec," which means "what a beak," when they saw the piece of rock sticking out, I suppose, to the ocean. And you've moved ahead, D-Day, 50 versus SS's 30. We'll see what happens with the next question. And D-Day, you get to choose.
Going places, 20 points, please.
Going places for 20 points.
This city's name is a transcription of the local pronunciation of the Beijing dialect version, Xianggang, which means a fragrant harbor. This city...
SS.
Shanghai.
D-Day, it's your chance to answer, and we'll finish the question.
This city was a British dependency from the 1840s until July 1st, 1997. When it was passed to Chinese sovereignty as a blank special.
D-Day.
Hong Kong.
Yes. And it came into existence as the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region.
That's right.
And SS, we'd like to welcome you back onto the board. Buzz in. And D-Day, you get to choose again.
Going places, 30 points, please.
Going places for 30 points.
For 30 points, a major part of London was destroyed in the Great Fire of London. A large part of the rubble was used to build a part of another great city. The city is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe, noted for its lavish palaces and grand cathedrals. It is also a major rail junction and an industrial, cultural, and scientific center. The city is located on both banks of the Neva River and on a number of river islands. What is the city, which is the second largest city and largest seaport in Russia?
D-Day.
St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg.
That's right, St. Petersburg is what we were looking for. And D-Day, you're increasing your lead and you get to choose again.
Going places for 40 points, please.
Going places for 40 points.
In 1590, the Portuguese became the first known Europeans to visit the island, which they call Formosa, Portuguese for beautiful. Subsequently, the Spanish attempted to found permanent settlements, but they were thwarted by the Dutch, who succeeded in taking possession of the Penghu Islands in 1622. 3 years later, the Dutch established forts on the southeastern coast of the island. This island in East Asia is bordered on the west by the Blank Strait, which separates the island from mainland China. What is this island country?
SS.
Taiwan.
Yes. Of course, its capital is Taipei, and the official language there is Pekingese. And SS, it's good to see you on the board. You are still 30 points behind, and you get to choose the next question.
Let's have going places for 50 points.
Going places for 50 points.
This parliamentary principality in southwestern Europe is situated in the eastern Pyrenees Mountains, bordered on the north and east by France, and on the south and west by Spain.
SS.
Monaco.
The chance to answer goes over to D-Day, and please finish the question.
It is traditionally held to have been declared a free state by Charlemagne in the 9th century. Which European nation was jointly controlled by the Catalan Bishop of Urgell?
D-Day.
Andorra.
And of course, it was jointly controlled by Catalan Bishop of Urgell and Count of Foix of France, and now by the current chief of those states. And of course, tourists like it because of the winter ski facilities, the cool summer climate, and the availability of duty-free goods. That always makes places a popular place to visit. And D-Day, you get to choose.
Let's go passions, 30 points, please.
Fashion, 30 points.
Yes.
In 1850, when the California gold rush was in full swing, a 20-year-old Bavarian immigrant with a small supply of dry goods began to fashion rough canvas used for tents and wagon covers into pants.
SS.
Levi Strauss.
Yes. That's right. Miners liked the pants, but complained that they tended to chafe, which led to a twilled cotton cloth from France in the region of Nantes. So they developed this cloth, denim. Pants from this company are now recognized by the red tab attached to the left rear pocket. And of course, these famous blue jeans are Levi's.
It's kind of interesting that jeans came about because they chafed, but now people are actually ripping up jeans and everything.
To make them look kind of rougher.
Yeah.
And SS, you get to choose.
Let's have fashion for 40 points, please.
Okay, fashion for 40 points.
This trademark product was introduced in 1989 based on a patent for the membrane technology that is specifically engineered to be breathable and windproof. The phrase guaranteed to keep you dry is
SS.
Gore-Tex.
Yes. And of course, Gore-Tex is used in winter and extreme weather gear, including ski wear and mountain climbing clothing. And of course, this technologically advanced clothing material is Gore-Tex. And SS, you've caught up you're just 10 points behind D-Day now. You get to choose the next question.
Let's have fashion for 50 points, please.
Fashion for 50 points.
This fashion item is well known for its lack of lapels and lack of color, and was the favorite apparel of such well-known stars as Johnny Carson, the Beatles, and Mike Love of the Beach Boys. Its popularity lasted only a few years in the late 60s before quickly fading into relative oblivion. These were named after the first Prime Minister of independent India.
SS.
So Nehru jacket.
Yes. Do you favor Nehru jackets?
No, I've never worn one.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to look good in one, don't you think?
What?
Tight collar, and it's very, very uniform with no,
I think you have to be tan.
You think?
Yeah.
Really tan.
Yeah, I think you have to be tan. Because, you know, I mean, Indians wear Nehru jackets and they're, oh, well, whatever.
Okay, and SS, you've moved ahead, 190 versus D-Day's 150. It's just a question or two between you, so we'll see what happens. And SS, you get to choose.
We'll have parting shots for 10 points, please.
Okay, parting shots for 10 points.
Okay, for 10 points. Whose last words were, "I should have never switched from scotch to martinis"? These were the last words of this person who passed away on January 14th, 1957. He is a famous American motion picture actor who achieved great success in gangster and tough guy roles.
SS.
Humphrey Bogart.
That's right, and of course he was very famous in Casablanca of 1942 and Sabrina of 1954. And SS, you're increasing your lead. You get to choose again.
We'll have parting shots for 20 points, please.
Parting shots for 20 points.
20 points. Why do you weep? Did you think I was immortal? These were the last words of a king of France. He is the third monarch of the Bourbon family, who ruled for 72 years, the longest reign in European history. His name?
SS.
Louis XIV.
Of course, he was also known as the Sun King, and his greatest achievements were expanding the effectiveness of the central government, increasing the boundaries of France to the north and east, and placing one of his grandsons on the throne of Spain. And D-Day, we'd like to see you back in the game, and SS, you get to choose again.
Let's have parting shots again for 30 points, please.
Okay, same category, parting shots for 30 points.
For 30 points. Who is credited with the very appropriate words, last words, "Once I was waxing and now I am waning"? She is a French-born founder of the Waxworks Museum.
SS.
Madame Tussauds.
She founded the Waxworks Museum in central London, and many of the original models made by her or of her great contemporaries such as Voltaire, Benjamin Franklin, and Sir Walter Scott are still preserved. Of course, Madame Tussauds is a very interesting person. And again, D-Day, we'd like to see you back in the game. I think you have to buzz in faster to go against this team. And SS, we'd like for you to choose.
Yeah, let's switch to from A to E for 20 points, please.
Okay, from A to E for 20 points. It was first made out of 2 handkerchiefs and some ribbon by a New York debutante named Mary Phelps Jacob and her French maid. What is the name of this undergarment for women's breasts? SS.
A bra?
Bra.
So easy that you hesitated before giving me the answer. Yes, and we would have taken brassiere as well. And SS, you get to choose again.
Let's have again from A to E for 30 points, please.
From A to E for 30 points. In Greek myth, it was the rude and shapeless mass whose appearance could not be described. For SS.
Chaos.
Yes. For there was no light by which it could be seen. It existed before the formation of the universe, and from it a supreme power created the world. And of course it was called chaos. And we have this theory as well as the Big Bang theory to theorize about the beginning of the universe. And SS, you get to choose again.
Yes. Let's have from A to E for 40 points, please.
Okay, A to E for 40 points. This rock group, formed in 1978, takes its name from the villain of the film Barbarella, a 1968 sci-fi cult flick. D-Day.
Depra Pot.
SS, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. Inspired by David Bowie's Androgyny, Japan's Eurodisco, and Chick's funky groove, it's a perfect example of the right band at the right time. The Birmingham, England quintet wisely took full advantage of the video medium and the advent of MTV with exotic clips that exploited their pretty boy looks and with it fashion sense. What is the name of this group which gained popularity with A View to Kill, the theme song for Notorious 007? SS.
Duran Duran.
That's right. Of course, Simon Le Bon and John Taylor were its members. Pretty boys. And SS, you get to choose again.
Okay, let's close from A to E for 50 points.
Okay, and the category A to E for 50 points. This person was one of the first engineers to employ compressed air caissons or caissons in bridge building. He designed the movable dome of the observatory at Nice and the framework of the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor. E. SS.
Eiffel.
Yes. He startled the world with the construction of the Eiffel Tower from 1887 to 89, which brought him the nickname Magician of Iron. That's what we called him. Who is this French engineer renowned for the tower in Paris that bears his name? And of course, Eiffel's tower was so hated by Maupassant that he ate lunch there every day so he wouldn't have to look at it. And D-Day, we'd like to see you back in the game. And SS, you get to choose again.
Let's have Women in Science for 30 points, please.
Okay, Women in Science for 30 points. Hypatia was the first woman to make a substantial contribution to the development of mathematics. She was murdered at the age of 45 in 415 AD by Christians who felt threatened by her scholarship, learning, and depth of scientific knowledge. The exodus of scholars that soon followed is considered the beginning of the end of her birthplace as a major center of ancient learning. What is the name of this ancient city, once known for its great library? SS.
Alexandria.
Yes. Of course, Alexandria is in Egypt, and that is where we knew that great library existed. And D-Day, I think you knew the answer, but couldn't buzz in time. Okay, and SS, you get to choose again.
Let's have parting shots for 40 points, please.
Parting shots for 40 points.
For 40 points. When the Roman army invaded Syracuse in 212 BC, they found this scientist and mathematician drawing figures in the sand. Do not touch.
D-Day.
Archimedes.
And of course, to a soldier that was walking towards him, he said, "Do not touch my circles," and for that, the soldier killed him with a sword. And of course, he's credited with the defining of the principle of the lever and is credited with inventing the compound pulley and inventing the hydraulic screw for raising water. He is, of course, known for saying Eureka as he jumped into a bath and realized that his body pushed the water out of the tub. And D-Day, it's good to see you on the board, and you get to choose.
Parting shot for 50 points.
Closing the category, parting shots for 50 points.
For 50 points. "Kiss me hard," he said to his trusted lieutenant before passing away. His body was then preserved in a barrel of rum. In 1794, he took the towns of Bastia and Calvi in the island of Corsica. At Calvi, he was wounded.
D-Day.
Napoleon.
SS, it's your chance to answer, and we'll finish the question.
At Calvi, he was wounded in the right eye, the sight of which he eventually lost. Who was this great naval commander whose victories in the battles of the Nile and Trafalgar made him a British national hero?
SS.
Nelson.
Yes. Great Britain is known to have Horatio Nelson, whereas Korea has great Lee Sun-shin, the general. And SS, you get to choose.
Let's have Women in Science for 40 points, please.
Women in Science for 40 points. When she was discovered on November 30th, 1974, nobody would have thought that her discovery would ignite a renewed debate about the path of human evolution. This anthropological superstar, now approaching 3.2 million years of age, stood upright, about 1 meter tall, and changed the idea that early hominids required larger brains before being able to walk upright and use tools. She is more commonly known by her first name. What is SS?
Lucy.
And of course, Lucy is the first fossil of the species Australopithecus afarensis. That's right. And of course, she's named after a Beatles song, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And we have one question left. We have Women in Science for 50 points. She was 23 years old when she first traveled to the South Pacific to conduct research for her doctoral dissertation. Later, her continuing research would take her to such locations as New Guinea, Samoa, and Bali. A dedicated social activist, she is probably most well known for her book, Coming of Age in Samoa, which was and is a perennial bestseller. She brought anthropology into the public consciousness, and at the time of her death in 1978, she was the most famous anthropologist. What is the name of this famous 20th century activist? She said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Name all of the women activist anthropologists that you can remember. Very famous. She is known for her book, Coming of Age in Samoa. I'll give you 5 seconds. Oh no, I think you'll know. Margaret Mead was the person we were looking for. You all recognize her. And with that, SS, you are actually winners 2 times in a row. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
And D-Day, well, you made a good effort. I know that you came out here thinking very militaristically, offensively, going for the win. Well, I'm sure people supported you back home. Do you have any words for them?
Actually, my brother is in the army, and the hope is he finishes. He got just about 2 months to go to be discharged, and the hope is he bewares until he's discharged. And I want to say it's thanks to my parents and relative and friends. Yeah.
Okay, and do you have anything to say?
You know, I definitely want to win this game, but no. Anyway, I'm so very glad to be part of this program, and that's enough for me. It's really fun. It's really stimulating. It's really good. So, thank you for this time. Thank you for giving me the chance, something like this. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and well, keep watching the Contenders and keep supporting us. And SS team, this means that you have tickets to Japan, but of course, this is maybe just the beginning. As your mother said, you have to keep getting the right answers. Do you have any words for those people who are watching back in the Philippines or elsewhere in the world?
Well, stop watching. Our luck might run out. So no, keep on watching. We're having the most fun we've ever had.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Well, the hour's passed already, and if you have any words or comments or questions for us, please write us at our webpage. We have contenders.idactv.com, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.